Hi, I've got your plan open in X9, and just a personal preference, I usually turn the grid off. I'm going to turn the grid off, and okay, we'll take a look at this in an overview. And so I think you want to get rid of this little piece here. It's really relatively easy to do, but you'd have to make some designer decisions about this. So we got this gable here, and that looks okay and in proportion to this end of the house. On this end is where it's kind of unwanted. So what I would do, and this takes practice. I'll probably make it look easy, and it is easy, but the only way to learn manual roof editing is just to do it. I'm going to grab this corner here and just bring it down. I'm getting rid of that line entity there. I'm going to drag this one down here again. I'm getting rid of another line, and then we'll drag this one down here, just to simplify the roof a little bit. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is reconnect it to this adjacent roof plane using the Join Roofs tool, like that. Okay, the rest of it isn't quite as straightforward, but it actually is if you think about it. I'm going to click here and select this roof plane and use the break line tool to put a break right about there. I'm just roughing this in, so this is not very important, being terribly exact at this point. It's just easier to show someone who's not as familiar with manual roof editing how to do this. This is the easiest way to communicate it. Now we got this roof plane here, we got another one here. Let's take I'm going to turn the color off. I think that's a little bit easier to see what's going on with the color. Well, it's not turning off. Okay. So basically, Chief has created this is your gable roof on this end, and this is a piece of the roof that they're just kind of sticky plastered in. I'm going to delete that. I think that's just making the design overly complicated. And this little guy here, I don't think we might need that. I don't think so. I'm going to drag that down here, snap it there, and I'm going to move it over to the left a little bit. I'm going to bring this main gable up and snap it to this end right here. And then we'll use a line break right about there. I don't get very careful about that sort of thing because the chief architect has been programmed so beautifully to figure out the geometry between this edge and this edge. I just get it close and then use the Join Roofs tool and close it up. So we've already simplified this roof design quite a bit by just doing those few simple actions. And I commonly automatically build roofs and then do this sort of thing to come in and just clean them up to get it exactly the way I want it. Okay, and I try not to leave any unnecessary breaks like that one behind. I'll drag that to a corner, so there's just one line from one end to the other. And then this, I'm going to snap it over here. See the little red snap there? And then this edge will bring up and snap right there. We got a little bit of a attic wall problem right here. I think that's because this roof plane here is coming in too close. I'm not going to answer that phone. Okay, I'm going to put a break right here so we can wrap this roof plane around that one there a little bit. And I'm going to break this one all along in here to bring that out of the edge of that attic wall. Well, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, see, when I pulled it out of the way, then it allowed the wall to build properly. Okay. This little jog right here probably doesn't belong, but that's something I'm going to, this and this edge right here and this edge right here, I'm going to fix in plan view. From my point of view, it's easier to see in plan view. So here's that jog that I made right there. And the way I'll get the angle correct on that is I'm going to take this, not the wall, there, that edge there, and use the join roofs tool to join it, I don't know. I'm going to try over here. Yeah, see see how I moved that angle to a more correct angle. Now this other little jog that I put in there, I'm going to snap it to the apex and then snap it to this line here. And that should be it. Now, this may not be what you wanted, but you weren't very specific about what you wanted, so I just did what I thought was correct based on what I saw. So this is what we end up with. This roof will be easier to build, it's prettier to look at. May not be perfect in every aspect, but I think that's kind of what you were asking for. And so that's what I did. And hopefully is what you wanted. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this helps in some way.